guys, and today I'm going to be doing sort of a game breakdown, sort of like an exposed video on Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands. Now pretty much what this is going to have in this video is going to be going in depth of all the features they're telling us and all the cool things they're actually saying that they have, but they do, but it's really shit. So that's what I'm going to pretty much do today. So I'm just going to go down to the about this game, where obviously you would go before buying this game. You might see trailers, but this is usually where I go before buying a game. Now, let's start off with Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands is a very familiar military shooter in a massive open world game that you can play entirely solo or in 4-player. Now, right here, this is bullshit. It says the very first. They've added very so they can get away with it. Very first open world military shooter. This is bullshit. You've got Arma 1, 2, 3, Operation Arrowhead. You've got you've got all these other open world games. I can't really think of the top of my head, but Arma is one of the biggest military shooter games when it comes to just being successful. And just being out there. They're lying and saying that it's the very first. No, it's not the very first. Like, I don't know, but if you search up open world military shooters games, I can guarantee it'll come up with a massive list of games. So this here is just fucking bullshit and persuading people that they've done it the first time, sort of like Apple do when they say they've made the first iPad when they hadn't really done it, and it was Microsoft that did it first. But anyway, going down to the second part, it says take control of the take down the cartel. This would involve you going up in like a pyramid effect, as shown in one of their, I think, gameplay trailers or whatever. It showed like a pyramid effect of all the underbosses rising up to the top boss. So it's pretty much like a cliche, boring ass storyline where you start off from the bottom, you kill, and eventually you get to the top. Sort of like Mafia 3, where it was this cliche. You'd lure out the bosses, kill them, and then you get information where the big boss is, and then eventually you kill the big boss. Cliche, shit, boring. Becoming a ghost. Now, this is the only thing I would agree on here, would be to be able to create and fully customize your ghost weapons and gear. Fully agree with this. This is a lot of fun. I spent a while creating and designing my build that I wanted to run when playing it. So yeah, that's definitely something here that they were truthful on. Exploring Bolivia, 60 vehicles in apparently the biggest open world game is fucking terrible. I think GTA had like 300 vehicles, and that map is literally tiny compared to this map. So saying you've got 60 vehicles, I will accept the 60 vehicles, but when you put it into the biggest open world game you've ever made, that you really are pushing it there. There should have been at least 200 plus vehicles, not 60. But that's fine. 60 is just about minimum, I would say, for an open world game. Going on to saying it's the largest one, I've played the game, I've seen the map, and personally, in my opinion, about, I'd say 40 to I'd say around about 30 to 40% of the map is actually what you play and do missions. The other like 60 to 70 is just open world rocks and trains and hills you can explore on. There are things you can collect there, but 30 to 40% is where you're actually be doing your missions, because 30 to 40% is actually just buildings and villages and stuff. So that's where all the missions are going to be based. So it's really poor. It should be like 50 to 60, but it's not. Literally, the buildings put all together is 30 to 40% of the map. So you've got 60 to 70 of the map, which is just like it's just nothing. You can explore it, but it's not where the game's going to be pushing you to go, unless it's like a stupid collectible item or something. So you've only really got 30-40% of actual gameplay on the open world game. Going on to this last thing, I don't know what the Tobii eye tracking is. I know what this wheel thing is. I don't know if this is in relation to it, but there's this thingy called the wheel. I think this might be, I might just be blind, but they're talking about this eye tracking thing. And it's a wheel that pops up on your screen. It's a blue wheel that pops up like a UI thing, and it tells you that you can like tell your guys to hold, you guys to attack, open fire, stand down, lay down, run, whatever. And they're pretty much saying it's a massive feature of the game, and it's like, no, it's not. It's a fucking UI that pops up on your screen and gives commands to people, exactly like Dragon Point Rising. Flashpoint Dragonborn Rising, or whatever the fuck it was called. You've got it in Arma, and you've got it in this game, and you've had it in the previous Ghost Recon. So I don't know why they're saying that it's a big feature that's going to make the game more immersive and just more fun and intense on exploring and firefights. That's just, you're not really lying but you're taking it a little bit out of context and making it a big thing when it's not. It's just a small little feature in the game. I never really used it. I thought it was just messy, and I just couldn't really get used to it because it wasn't something that made it more easier to approach missions. If it was something that like made the game easier, it helped with missions, it made it more easier to work around with, and made your guys I don't know, do things more tactically and more better, then I'd say yeah, it's a good feature. But it doesn't really make the game more easier, it doesn't make the game more interesting. It's just literally telling you that you can command your people. That's it. You can't say go in there and take that guy out, go in there and take that guy out. You can't do that. You can do a sync shot where one of your guys will shoot another guy at the same time, but it's like, it's not a big feature. It's not a big feature, and I don't know why they're explaining it as it's a big feature. So yeah, like, I'm just going to go down again and just show you. This is lying bullshit. This is cliche bullshit. This is actual genuine good stuff. This is average, but still just sort of lacking, and just, it just seems like lazy work. This is just overhyped bullshit. It's in the game, it works, but it's just, it's being too putting too much attention on a small feature that doesn't really get used in the game. Going on to the price, it's £40 for a game in 2017. Definitely a normal price. There's nothing wrong with that. Deluxe edition. Oh, let's spend £15 on fucking XP boost, character customization items, weapon skins, emblems, motorbike, huntsman. Like, just fucking jump off a bridge and kill yourself. Please, just kill yourself, because this shit is not worth £15. A fucking expansion pack is worth £15, but this shit is fucking atrocious. It's appalling, and it is disgusting that you guys still do this in 2017 after the amount of hate that other game companies get from doing this. Like, it disgusts me that they still do it. Then you've got the Season Pass. Do not buy the Season Pass, because there's not been a previous Wildlands game, so you can't look back and sort of work off their previous expansion packs like you could in Fallout. Because in Fallout you could say, well, the Fallout 3 expansion packs are really good. A lot of information was involved in the upcoming ones. It told you about them. It told you what was going to happen, the storylines. So you could sort of work off it than buying Fallout 4's expansion pack. You could sort of relate to what you could expect from it. This game, you have no information except it says... and Season Pass gives you access to 2 major expansion packs. That's it. It could be anything. So don't go ahead and buy this, because you might think this game is pretty repetitive and boring and just cliche and shit, which a lot of people are. If you go ahead and buy this edition and you don't like this game, you've gone ahead and spent £70. You're better off buying this, and then when you think, okay, this game is actually pretty good, I think it's worth the expansion pack, when the expansions come out, then buy that. Yeah, you're spending a little bit more money, but if you don't like the game, you're saving you're saving quite a lot of, saving about £40 more. Sorry, you're saving £30 more. So £40 more, sorry, fucking maths, autism. But yeah, that's pretty much my rant / exposure. They're saying it's this brand new generation of a game. No, it's not. I'll show you one more time. Bullshit lies, cliche bullshit, truthful, pretty good stuff. Average lies and just laziness, over the top hype from a little fucking scroll wheel in game. Would I say buy this game? If you've got 4 friends that will play with you, buy it. It'll be a lot of fun, because you can fuck around and have a good time. Single player, do not buy this game unless you can get it for like maybe fucking £25 with a G2A, because it's not worth, the content in it is not worth it. I haven't bought the game, as you can see, but I played the closed alpha and the open beta, and it was tragically boring, repetitive, and just cliche as shit. It's like you start off as this little man, you kill a few little boys, and then eventually you get to the big boy, and then you kill him. It's just like a typical fucking Die Hard or Mission Impossible film. You know, you start off with interrogating little people, and then you just... It's terrible. And this game apparently took them 5 years to develop. Like, I'm sorry, but if I had a game company and I had 5 years of development game, I'm sorry, but it would not have this lack of content. It just would not have this lack of content. The Witcher 3, I don't know how long it took, but look how much content is in that game. And that studio for The Witcher 3 had half the team that GTA had. And look how much content it had compared to GTA 5. So when these games say, oh, it took 5 years, they're talking out their arse. They most likely started planning it in development in, like, say, 2012. But they didn't work on it for 5 years straight. They most likely paused the project, went and made The Division, went and made Rainbow Six Siege, and then came back to it and worked on it. Because, I'm sorry, this game has not got 5 years of content. Well, not 5 years of content, but it hasn't got 5 years of work put into it. It just doesn't feel like they've put 5 years of development. It just feels like it's a 2-year game they've made. You know, Witcher 3, if someone told me The Witcher 3 took 5 years to make, I'd fully believe them. But if someone told me this game took 5 years, I'd say no way. It took maybe 2 years, one year max, because it's not got 5 years of just work into it. It just doesn't feel like it's got that much work that it took 5 years. But Ubisoft are deceiving, lying, manipulating pricks, as they usually are. So that's just my opinion. A lot of people agree. How the fuck it's got very positive, I do not know. It came out a few days ago, so that might slightly drop. But yeah, I wouldn't buy the game if I was giving it for free. I wouldn't play the game if I was giving it for free, because I've played it before and it's bullshit. I would, on the other hand, buy it if I had friends, but no one of my friends actually really plays this game that I know well. So yeah, that's my review. That's my sort of exposure on their lies and bullshit, saying it's a brilliant game when it's really not. It's fucking shit. Thank you guys for watching. I hope to be doing more videos like this, just literally exposing, well, not really exposing, but just going in depth and showing you guys how much these companies lie about their games before you buy them, because I don't want you guys spending £40 on a game if you can't really afford it and then getting ripped off. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video.